west of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store. As it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And he comes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And right away, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the foot. Does the big boy have the juice? And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point attempt here still to come. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Now an inside give to McCoy. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
At the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
Off play action. Raymond. Now he's going to step up and run. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Raymond. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The tight end in motion right. They run with a Johnny. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's caught by Jackson. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
13-yard gain brings up 3rd and a yard.
They'll go with the keeper. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now this time he'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Back to throw. Raymond. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are an extra point away from drawing level.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
They run again with Peterson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
Cousins on the keeper. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a yard on the sneak, not enough. And he's a few inches short for 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing because to be ahead of the defense that much, every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. Also let you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off the play fake. Raymond. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's McCoy. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 25 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That too.
Throwing, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Up the middle, it's Peterson. And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At the 26-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They run again. First down, Peterson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Here's Cousins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Looking to put a drive together. And here's a quick throw to start the drive complete. Now whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Operating from the gun, Raymond. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Raymond. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for his wideout. It's 2nd down and 10.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. The Eagles on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Again, it's McCoy. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down. From the shotgun, it's again to McCoy. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down.
So this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And his kick here is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Vikings ready to go again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Cousins. That is caught. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And the Vikings first down.
They run off tackle with Peterson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now Cousins. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Back to the ground, Peterson. They'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. From the 21, here's second down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Call it a loss of 14 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Third down.
We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And a loose football. And the Eagles have recovered. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
At the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Raymond. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. Back to throw, Raymond. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And out now come the Vikings. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Cousins. Escapes the sack. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
And the Vikings, 1st down. A gain of 12. And the Vikings,
Cousins. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
To throw, Cousins. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That is caught by Thielen. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half.
A gain of 27.
The 10th carry now for Peterson. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the 2nd quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Now a 2nd and 2.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Looking to throw. Raymond. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. They'll look to throw again. Finding Ertz again. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Final play of the half, Cousins. And incomplete on the deep ball. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. One of these 2 teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
And the Vikings first down.
On play action, Cousins. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll try the middle with Peterson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 51 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
A gain of 7. First down, Vikings.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, it's again to Peterson. Well, boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards.
22-yard line. 8 yards.
Again, Peterson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Cousins now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Cousins pass. Complete to number 18. It's a gain of 8. And it brings up 3rd down.
To throw it is Cousins. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's second and 4.
Number 6 brings up second and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Here's the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Now third down and 6.
Back to throw. Raymond. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. Nice third down conversion at even 20 yards. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. They go back to the ground with McCoy. Powers through it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been a central figure in trying to get his guys to the second round.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up the first down.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Lost a yard. It's now third and goal.
Looking to throw. Raymond. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. From 8 yards out. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. What a move. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Vikings head out to take over once again.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
Fighting through it. He's got space.
He's on his way.
A big play there for Minnesota. And even 60 yards.
It's a gain of 60 yards. First down, Minnesota.
And a guy that can change the game shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
That's another Vikings.
Peterson is in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now for the point after. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
They go play action here on first down. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. 2nd and 7. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This is Ajayi.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
35-yard line.
They run again with Ajayi.
And he works makes his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's third.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Their mobile quarterback keeping it himself from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. An important score there, CD, and now an important extra point because it would make it a 3-score game.
Love the map there, and at this point in the fourth quarter, look, we all need next-gen stats, right? We all use them, but we don't need them here, do we? Because that means it's almost a certain victory.
That time, a 9-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Gets past one man. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Cousins to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
I should probably sign a head, boy, because I got all the heads, boy. All that Jake, you got a chip.
Here's Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings first down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
At the 42-yard line. A gain of 9.
Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 147 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Play action now. Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9.
First and goal, Minnesota.
They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Webster.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Throwing. Cousins. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, the field goal is probably not going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. After the loss, they'll come on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Raymond. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Makes it 3rd and 11.
Looking to throw. Raymond. They set up the screen to Ajayi. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Able to fight through 1 tackle. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And it gets us up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
First down. A gain of 7. First down, Vikings.
Now Cousins. He finds his man complete. That's Peterson.
Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 41-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First down. First and 10.
They'll look to throw here. A quick throw, but incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Again, it's Cousins. And he is caught. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23.
On the play. And the Vikings first down.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it.
2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Cousins. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. One last shot now for Cousins. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. And I know it's hard to find solace on one side when the season ends, no matter where it ends, but especially in the playoffs, because there's all that build up to the moment. But I would